Right, as I said, my name is Rita Chebet. Welcome on board. President William Ruto has commended his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta for initiating MV Uhuru 2. MV Uhuru 2 is the first ship to be locally assembled at the Kisumu shipyard. The former president commissioned the vessel on August 2nd, 2022 at the Kisumu shipyard pier. While speaking during the launch on Monday, Ruto said the project has seen the light of day courtesy of former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Bishebi Jr. with more.
The lodge, which had been idle for decades and was run down, has turned out to be the busiest, with the highlight being a sitting president holding a cabinet meeting inside it for the first time in the history of the republic. For a very long time and throughout the successive regimes of Presidents Jomo Kenyatta, Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta, none held a cabinet meeting that was made public as President William Ruto did on Monday morning.
Wapi shangwe za kumkaribisha rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Daktari William Samoei Ruto.
According to his program, he started by assenting to the privatization bill at 8 a.m. and by 8:30 in the morning, he kick-started the cabinet meeting that his deputy, Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, who had been conspicuously missing from his 4-day tour, attended.
Tumefurahi sana kufika hapa. Harambee! Harambee!
Mr. Gachagua took some time to have a morning walk in Kisumu town ahead of the cabinet meeting.
Bas mimi nimekubali hiyo maneno.
The last cabinet meeting the head of state chaired outside Nairobi was on August 29th at the Kakamega State Lodge when he toured the western region.
It is very good that we are having this cabinet in Kakamega, maybe for the first time. They have actually requested us to extend our stay here by a month. So you might not see us in Nairobi.
He has also done the same at the Sagana State Lodge during his 5-day walking tour of the Mount Kenya region.
Karibuni sana huko mlimani iko baridi kiasi.
As the president breaks the norm, the meeting is also significant after he reshuffled his cabinet a few days ago. The lodge had been idle until former President Mr. Kenyatta started frequenting it.
Inawezekana.
In fact, the frequency of his visits and stay at the lodge situated on the lakeside city increased after the handshake in 2018 following his renewed cordial relationship with opposition chief Raila Odinga.
We have said nasty things about each other. We have hurt one another. On my behalf, Ndugu, I ask for your forgiveness.
He would later make numerous tours of the region and host leaders at the state lodge. Towards the 2022 general election, massive renovations were done at the lodge, with a new perimeter wall being constructed as well as furniture being fitted in what was viewed as high expectations that the new tenant would be from the Nyanza region.
Don't worry, we're not singing today. You don't have to worry about that.
The changes excited the locals, who saw it more as a sign that finally their son was going to be the next president and not as a normal refurbishment done for the important government installations.
Inawezekana.
During Monday's meeting, there weren't any extreme security checks around the lodge apart from a few police officers who had been stationed along the Jomo Kenyatta Highway in groups of 3 and after 200 meters. At the Kisumu CBD, just barely 500 meters from the lodge, things were normal. You wouldn't know there was a VIP in town or a high-profile cabinet meeting. Moments before the cabinet meeting, President William Ruto assented to the Privatization Bill 2023, which aims to speed up the privatization of non-performing state enterprises. This will boost efficiency, remove bureaucratic processes in the privatization of non-strategic and loss-making government entities, and promote private sector involvement. The new bill will repeal the Privatization Act of 2005, which gives power to the National Treasury to privatize public-owned enterprises without the approval of Parliament. His choice to assent to the bill from Kisumu State Lodge is also significant since some of the parastatals are in the region. They include struggling sugar factories such as Chemelil Sugar, South Nyanza Sugar, Nzoia Sugar, Agrochemical and Food Company, and some public universities. After the cabinet meeting, the head of state went on to commission the MV Uhuru 2 at the Kisumu shipyard.
I must congratulate my predecessor, President Uhuru Kenyatta, for his foresight in coming up with this shipyard refurbishment. And I must say, both President Uhuru Kenyatta and the leadership of our military,
and later flew to opposition chief Raila Odinga's backyard of Bondo, where he launched the construction of the Bondo-Liunda Road and held some roadside rallies.
Tunataka kuunganisha watu wa Siaya na watu wa Busia, si ndio turahisishie usafiri wa hapa. Waziri wetu Bwana Murkomen ako hapa na nimempatia instructions aanze kupanga hii maneno yetembee haraka.
The visit also saw Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua take a morning walk ahead of the Kenya Kwanza inaugural cabinet meeting. The DP was accompanied by his security detail, walked along Jomo Kenyatta Avenue towards Kisumu State Lodge early Monday morning. The embracing cool and refreshing breeze from Lake Victoria, the largest freshwater lake in Africa, the DP said, is a good reminder of the great natural resources we are endowed with. Mr. Gachagua later joined President Ruto in the cabinet meeting. President Ruto has been in the Nyanza region for the last 4 days on a development tour that ends on Monday.
Na nimekubaliana huko Kabonyo ya kwamba tunatengeneza hatchery kubwa ambaye tutatumia kuleta samaki milioni 7 kila mwezi kuingiza hapa kwa Lake Victoria. Ili nyinyi wavuvi mkienda pale tunaweka restocking. Ndio ipatikane samaki ya kutosha, mnuletee samaki, tuhakikisha kwamba kuna chakula ya kutosha katika taifa letu la Kenya. Nyinyi wangwana wa hapa mtafanya hiyo kazi. Mbali na kuweka restocking Lake Victoria, pia mnajua hapa Rwanda Kotieno tumeweka milioni 100 ya kutengeneza fish landing site.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bishop Virginia.